Susan Page is USA Today's Washington bureau chief. Susan, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, insurance for everybody. Who pays for it?
Sounds like a great idea. I think Americans would be delighted if he could deliver on this promise. But people who have worked on health care for decades don't understand how that's going to work. It's what we've struggled with as a nation for a long time. Now, he may be talking about universal access to insurance. That's something that Speaker Paul Ryan has talked about. That's something different and more limited than universal coverage. I think we're just going to have to wait and see.
But access is a big deal for people.
Access would be a big deal. Protecting the right of people with pre-existing conditions to get insurance, that would be a big deal. So these are promises I think everybody hopes.
And Trump has said that he's inclined to do that in an off-cuff remark.
That's right, but you do have to pay for it.
A lot of Russia news over the weekend. We heard the CIA director saying that Donald Trump does not have a full appreciation of Russian capabilities, and then the president-elect suggesting that he could do away with some of these Russia sanctions.
And we heard him.
And that he was a leaker.
And we heard him also suggest that NATO is obsolete. So these are things that, Trump has been a disruptor in many ways on health care, on Russia as well. And the idea that he may actually move to lift the sanctions that were just imposed by President Obama for meddling in our election, these are things that have gotten everybody's attention. This would be a fundamental shift in the approach that American presidents in general, and particularly Republican presidents, have taken.
And so, therefore, the question is for the president and for Vladimir Putin, what does Vladimir Putin have to do to get Donald Trump to eliminate the sanctions?
That's right. And maybe it's invite us back to the Syria talks.
Yeah,
that's something
like
that we're not part of at the moment. Would that be enough to say that Russia is now cooperating with us and we should lift the sanctions?
What do you make of his squabble now with John Lewis? There are very strong feelings on both sides of this dispute.
There's nothing that seems to get the president-elect's attention more than questioning his legitimacy as president. And that comes to whether you talk about Russia meddling or you talk about the FBI director Comey's actions during the campaign, or you talk about the fact that he lost the popular vote to Hillary Clinton. These are things that really get his attention. And he seems sensitive that insensitive, perhaps, to some of the racial aspects, including the offense that John Lewis and other African Americans took when he questioned the legitimacy of Barack Obama's presidency.
4 days to go. He says he's going to unite the country.
Let's hope that happens.
We will see. Yes, we all hope that. Thank you, Susan Page.
Thank you.